Very well, miss. I challenge you to a duel. Now, I realize the first time may be a little traumatic for you, alright? But no pressure. Just go whenever you're ready. Hey, I can see my feet.
Hey, what's up, y'all? We're back with another modded action figure review. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the JoyToy Frontline Chaos Team Leader Xena. This is my fourth figure from JoyToy's Frontline Chaos line. A couple months ago, I got the vermouth. After I got that figure, I said, you know what, man, the next time I get into one of these figures, it's going to have to be when I catch them on sale. It's a couple things that pushes me away from JoyToy's Frontline Chaos line, but there's always a couple things that brings me back. So when this popped up on Show Z store on sale, I said, I gotta get it. What can I say, man? I'm a sucker for these Squirrel Girl fighters, the Hanadas, the Sakuras of the fanboy universe. Ooh, two please. I mean, her look doesn't exactly say anime or manga, but there is an appreciation to be had the way JoyToy does their figures. She's got like a Japanese Wednesday Addams La Femme Nikita vibe to it. I dig it. As you can see, I did make the mods already, but don't worry, I do have some before and after footage we can check out. Visually, the only real issues I have with her is like her face could have been a little more lifelike, and her collar's kind of frumpy, it just gets in the way, but overall, I like her look. She's got an elegance to her.
Now, class, we have a solo from our very own Cherry White.
For your accessories, so Xena here comes with a fairly decent spread of accessories. She is missing her fist hand, so that's a huge bummer. She does have some cup hands, and then she has these exclusive hands right here, which you only get one side of each one, and this is a creepy combination right here. I'd be shook if somebody was looking at me like this. Wow. She's got this one piece of cake type hand, and I'm not sure what kind of gesture they were going for this other hand right here. And I checked, she actually does not come with any fist hands, so I would have gladly swapped out these two for that. That sucks. She does have your grip hand, so I appreciate that. And this little sleeve piece right here does come on her straight out the package. I personally think she looks better with it off. Not sure what it says, and I'm glad it wasn't stitched onto the sleeve, so I really appreciate that. Looks nice. Got a set of your splayed out hands, and here's a second look at her tactical vest, which looks alright. I mean, no complaints with it. It's got some Velcro for the strap, slips on nice and easy. Got some foam in the pockets. It's done really cool. I like it. And then lastly, for her hands, you got your trigger finger hands, which unfortunately also dubs as her flashbang grenade holder hands. The grenades look really good though. It's got some airbrushing on it, nice little shades of green, very army-like. I like them. But once you start to use these accessories, her grip on her rifle gets really loose, so that's unfortunate. The rifle, on the other hand, would be the star of the show when it comes to her accessories. This stuff looks gorgeous. I love the shading on it. Nothing disconnects or rotates or anything, but it looks pretty realistic. There is a hole for the nozzle, but you can't fit any Valiverse effects in it, so that sucks a little bit. And you have what appears to be a walkie-talkie. It actually looks a little bit warped. It's not a whole bunch of detail to it. I do like the scope work and got some slight airbrushing on it. I do like the way JoyToy does their faces, but I can't help but wish they were more like the packaging. For the articulation real quick, I want to tell you about all the cuts that I made. So this cylinder piece at the double ball joint at her neck, I haven't experienced that piece with any other JoyToy figure, so that's kind of new, but I did put a dip in that, as well as a dip at the neck. I went and sanded down the shoulders. I went and sanded down this little pelvic area, made that slightly thinner across, as well as the dip that it curves at just below her abdomen. It kind of hinders her ab crunch from going forward a little bit. I might not be making any sense, but you'll see what it looks like. But yeah, I did trim a little bit at the bottom of her head sculpt where the nape of it meets the neck, affording much more tilt. You can notably see it's different. Much better now. Even looking at that range from the side, it doesn't look that bad in my humble opinion. She doesn't look down a whole bunch, but it's not that bad, so I didn't really mess with that. As I mentioned, I trimmed a little bit at that shoulder cavity before. She couldn't dual wield to save her life. Like, even if you tried to move those arms around, it would just pop out. So now it holds much better. I forgot to get some footage of that, but take my word for it, it was frustrating. You do have a nice rotation at the bicep, universal rotation at the wrist. Quick look at the undercarriage and the moment for the team. Once again, I did trim a little bit at that diaper area, affording some awesome range. That is wonderful. I love it. Double joints at the knees, perfect thigh swivel, and then the rest of her articulation is pretty solid. If you didn't notice in the beginning, I did have her propped up against a stand because this figure is no different than the previous JoyToy Frontline Chaos releases, as it's kind of tricky to get her to stand. Her joints are still loose, so it looks like JoyToy is still kind of going through that problem right there. I tried to clear out as much as I could at her torso area. As you can see, it doesn't make too much of a difference, but in hand, once you start moving her around, you can kind of feel it, so it does make the appreciation for the figure much better. As well as her movement going side to side, I didn't really have to do anything for her back range, so that was pretty good. Just thought I'd try a couple quick head swaps with some other figures from the line. We have Vermouth, the gangster, and this look for Vermouth looks a little odd. She looks almost like a headmaster or something at an all-girls school, but this look for Xena looks pretty cool. She looks real mature. And then we have Ren here, which unfortunately Ren's neck is looking a little too long with this head swap. Vice versa, it's not a bad look. For some quick size comparisons, here we have her next to your SH Figure Zach Bell figure. Once again, we have Vermouth from Frontline Chaos, your Manatee Industry Emmy, and also Also from JoyToy, we have Hannah with a random mask on. And lastly, here we have it next to your VeryCool Tricky baby, your Marvel Legends, your PC Toys Men in Black, and your Kotobukiya Zero Mark. So final thoughts on the JoyToy Frontline Chaos Xena. It looks like JoyToy is still struggling with their quality control issues. Honestly, it really is a shame because I think this line does have a lot of potential. Visually, I do like the way these figures look, and I like the soft goods too. They're not too shabby as far as the way they fit, but if there's one thing I could complain about, I kind of wish the way their faces look was a little closer to how they looked on the package. I think giving her a towel was a nice touch. I didn't really talk on that too much, and the fact that it's light blue, it kind of breaks up the look a little bit, so I appreciate that, but it's kind of like finicky, man. When you're posing it around, it tends to unravel and stuff. Maybe I'll revisit that later on. The articulation is decent. I would say it's basic movement, but I'm kind of hoping that JoyToy might revisit their female body because there are a couple points that I do wish was a little better. I think when you look at the price versus what they come with and the quality of these figures, I think they definitely could have came with a stand, and they surely could have came with some fist hands. I think every single figure should come with fist hands, whether they fight or not. Give some fist hands to a NECA Golden Girl. I don't care what anybody says. If you can find this figure on sale and this is your style, I would definitely recommend it. But if you get it, then you put the mods on it, man, I ain't gonna lie, this figure is nice after that. Honestly, I'm hoping the price will go down to something under 50. If it can get like that, man, I might army build just to get the outfit. Alright, y'all, that's the video though. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.